Lester, we meet again, young man. Yes, that's right. It's time to film another action-packed, hilarious, humorous, thought-provoking, probing episode of Colin from Canada's Good Junk. It's episode number 7, Lester. That's got to be a lucky number, right? I am saying it here at the beginning. This will be the longest episode yet. So, folks, were you excited when you saw that last week's episode clocked in at 42 minutes? You're going to be doubly excited because this one's going to break that. Lester, roll the opening.
What the hell is this?
I speak jive.
Will you stop?
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
They think they got the answers. I take the questions.
You don't like it? We don't care.
What a dumb thing to do. I bet you wouldn't have done anything like this if Mom and Dad were here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Colin from Canada's Good Junk. I am, of course, Colin from Canada. The pen is taped to the wall so I do not click it. I am trying not to slouch. I am trying not to say and I will not touch my nose one time this episode. Poster. I remembered it. That, of course, is John Lydon, aka Johnny Rotten, lead singer of the Sex Pistols, and creators of quite possibly the greatest album in rock history. Never mind the bollocks, here's the Sex Pistols. Welcome. I forgot to turn off the heat in my working space where I film my video, and it's 13 degrees outside, and that was close. That was the mustache. It is 72 in here. For those in America, figure out the switch, because in Canada we do it Fahrenheit, Celsius. We're Celsius, you're Fahrenheit, or we're Fahrenheit and you're Celsius. I should know this. You know. And on top of the fact that it's ungodly warm in here, I haven't shaved my head recently, so I am continuing to wear the toque, which only adds to the heat. Lester is signaling to me that no one cares how hot it is in here, and he is in fact ready to get this party started. So, let's get this party started. Uninjured. Okay, let us begin.
Kevin, a mold?
Oh my gosh.
Kevin, a mold?
As I mentioned last week, with the removal of motto of the episode as a segment here on Colin from Canada's Good Junk, it must be replaced. And it will be replaced with VHS of the Week. An idea that I got from one Pig Boss, one of my loyal viewers here on the channel, one of a handful. I have 65 subscribers, but only a few comment. So this is me saying, guys, please comment. Please. It's VHS of the Week, guys. As you saw in a previous episode, I have a huge mountain of VHSs. I am not one for, I like VHS, but I'm more of, give me the best quality of the movie. So as I go through that mountain and it goes down, I can perhaps get rid of some. I'm getting ideas for the viewers. And so as I go through them and show them on the program, it'll lower the mountain, and it's 100 years for each description, but you get what I'm saying. Guys, it's time for VHS of the Week. The VHS will no longer be back there. It'll be front and center for you guys. Let me read the cover for you. Today's VHS selection from the mountain in my collection is Power Karate. I like saying it like that. Most people say karate, but karate. I continue. Power Karate. You have the power. Become more powerful. Instructional. I shall read the back while you look at this majestic cover. For over 2,000 years, people have studied karate for self-defense, physical fitness, and for teaching self-discipline and control to release the power within. In the exercises on this tape, you will learn how to master the power and unleash the power. Through the careful guidance and fully demonstrated lessons, you will be able to learn different karate moves that will allow you to defend yourself. You will also learn, you will also learn how to focus your strength and power enough by the end of this tape to break a board with your foot. Note, special, in order to perform the techniques demonstrated on the video cassette without incurring pain or injury, individuals are strongly advised to watch the program in its entirety. Omitting any portion of this lesson can result in inaccurate execution of these techniques. Be advised that we caution all viewers to proceed at a rate that they feel comfortable with. Approximate running time, 30 minutes, okay? Oh, now even more, under note is now a warning. Warning, the self-defense techniques demonstrated in this video are to be used at your own risk. These procedures are intended as an aid in self-defense against an unarmed attacker. We strongly advise individual discretion regarding self-defense, particularly in circumstances in which an attacker may be armed or a victim is outnumbered. Practice the escape procedures at your own risk. Use extreme caution when practicing with a friend. I'm assuming whoever perhaps was behind this tape needed some insurance in case you weren't able to break the board with your foot, or you were outnumbered by those attackers and the karate did not work. But that is this week's VHS, Power Karate. And now I'm gonna put it back there. Spin move. Okay, continuing. Looking at my Rolly, it's about that time. I don't have a Rolex, and nor do I have a watch. It's called a phone, people. That's what tells times. Times tells time. It's thrift store time. Thrift store pickups. Am I sticking with that intro? I'm debating. Was it hilarious? We got to look at it. I am sticking with that intro. Thrift store pickups. Let's start with the media. Blazing Saddles on Blu-ray. G.I. Joe the movie on DVD. VHS was donated to the great Jason Knupp over at New 80s Revolution. Steven Seagal stars in Angel of Death. Does he take off his jacket in this movie and show how portly he is? Probably not. Okay, again, that's the media. Oh no, we got the Saturday Night Live, The Best Of, Volume 5. Used to collect these as a kid. Have most, if not all, the episodes downloaded, but it still catches my eye because a young Colin would have gone mental if he had have seen this. So I still buy them. Also, look at the greatest hits of country line dancing. And can we zoom in on John Doethit, okay? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but let's get in there and look at that man right there. Okay, now, you wanna, this is how look at the spelling. Am I saying that right? John Doethit. Doethit? It's the greatest hits of country line dancing. They include Achy Breaky, Slap Leather, Waltz and Wazzy, Tush Push, Rodeo. Country music is sweeping the country, and it's time for you to hop off your chairs, jump out onto the dance floor, and get ready to learn the most popular country line dances around. Direct from the floor of Jerry Andell's Ranch Restaurant in Auburn, Washington. Mother of God, they filmed this in a restaurant. Instructor John Doethit brings his unique teaching methods to video, making it easy for anyone to learn country dancing, even if you have 2 left feet. Oh, you couldn't buy that humor for 99 cents. Unlike many other country dance videos, John and his assistants teach you with their backs to the camera, so you see exactly how the steps are done. John Doethit, he knows what he's talking about. A lot of time on that. Moving forward, CDs, as per usual. Serena Ryder, Canadian artist, I heard her, don't pick the prices. She sings Sisters of Mercy, which is a great Leonard Cohen song. Look it up. I could put it in the description. Anyways, I liked her version of that song, so we got the CD. Of course, when they're $1, they're a little more attractive. Willie Nelson, Island in the Sea, okay? That's for last. The house that Trax built. I'm almost certain that Trax is one of the early, if not the earliest, house music record labels from Detroit. Chicago, my apologies. And this is like a best of. Another Willie Nelson, country music. Stuart McLean is a Canadian author who wrote the Vinyl Cafe. And these are stories from all of his Vinyl Cafe books. That's a real deep cut that most nobody would know about. Inner City Testament, 93. Again, some more house music. Led Zeppelin, the song remains the same. Double disc soundtrack with the booklet and both discs still there? Yes, please. Creedence Clearwater Revival Chronicle Volume 2. Didn't even know this existed because every time there is a CCR CD in the thrift store, you know exactly what it is. It's Chronicle. And let's pause for a moment before I continue with the CDs. Folks, have you been doing my idea when you go into the thrift store and you go to the CDs and looking for Norah Jones? Because I have. And I don't know what episode it was of Colin from Canada's Good Junk where I mentioned that. But since that point, and really ever since I started doing it, I have not been disappointed. There is always a Norah Jones CD in the thrift store. Nirvana, Come As You Are CD single. Don't usually get the CD singles, but Nirvana is my favorite band, so Come As You Are. R.L. Burnside. Okay, this is one song that I'm going to put in the description. It's probably one of my top 5 songs of all songs ever. Not on this record, but it'll be in the description. This is R.L. Burnside. He's an old blues man, has since passed away, but great, great stuff. And finally, the D.O.C. He was the next big thing out of the West Coast. Produced by Dr. Dre, got in, I believe it was a motorcycle accident or a car accident, and it damaged his throat. And he never, okay, that's the first nose hit. I'm gonna stop it. He never really went any further than, I believe, this record, maybe more, but anyways. That's the CDs. Books, let's do the books. Again, with the old school cartoon books, you can't win them all, Charlie Brown. Your choice, Snoopy. Heathcliff, he strikes back, and he strikes again. Heathcliff strikes again. Heathcliff on Vacation. Madman at Large. This is a Scholastic book release. I'm pretty sure you guys in the States have Scholastic, but you would order the books from elementary school, and you would get them. Anyways. This is like almost like a Mad Magazine type book. This is going to Jason at the New 80s Revolution. Do we throw up the thing again? Yeah. Karate Kid Part 2. He already owns Karate Kid Part 1, and Liam is a huge fan. So Karate Kid Part 2 now coming your way. Jason, hello, sir. The King is a Fink, featuring the wonderful world... I do this every time. The Wonderful Wizard of Id. This is from the makers of BC Comic. The Outer Limits, the official companion. This is an old school book that I remember my high school library had, and I always wanted my own copy. This is one of the only things that I started grade 9 high school with. The Family by Ed Sanders, about Charles Manson. Yeah, I was a little different. Okay, forgot this one. This is one of the only wrestling... No, I mean, there's a lot, but one of the ones I've been looking for. This is Chris Jericho's first book. Really, really funny stuff. Another pair of Chucks. Take this mud off, and these have been worn once. But another pair of Chucks. You can never have too many of those. The blank DVDs, of course. Now the games. This is one of those role-playing, definitely read the instructions and it takes forever to learn, but probably a fun game. Boss Monster, Master of the Dungeon. And it's kind of cool the way they, like an old Nintendo game. Anyways, all the cards and the tokens and the instructions are in there. And the last item for this week's thrift store purchases, Family Feud, the 5th edition. Okay? Survey says... And that... Oh, no, wait, hold on. I'm just looking at my favorite thing here. Okay, we got to bring this into the thing here. This is for the channel. I don't know how or when during the program I would use it, but it is a blue light that I have plugged in. There we go. probably don't get the full effect unless it was dark in here. And no, I'm not going to turn out the lights. Light a candle. Okay, that was thrift store pickups. I hope you enjoyed.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Cuddy say can't hang.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Lester, as you know, being my producer, of course, there is a process that I like to do, a structure, not a structure for each episode. I like to do a introduction to the segment. I have my bumper for the segment, and then we go into the segment. And every time on my little call sheet here, I see intro to Cheryl, I think to myself, what more can I say about this woman? We have hours of footage of her to last many an episode. And each one of those episodes, I'll be introducing this beloved woman. What do I say this week?
You guys, wait a minute. I gotta put a filter. You sent an officer over to me to make sure I put a filter in. This is the best I could do, Camels, okay? Here, we'll leave it here too. I don't think there's any cigarettes in it. One of my brothers brought that to me. And here is a monkey, and no, you don't get it, okay? Because the little kids you screwed over in my neighborhood, they're gonna get it. But hey, it's no big deal. I'm so glad Mr. Whitman was here, because guess what? His wife in New York knows my family.
Guys, as we get more episodes in the can, as they say in the industry, you learn more and more about my father, John Riddell. His knowledge of World War II, again, we've covered all this. He's an inventor, he's a master fisherman. He knows how to eat a rib. That will never die. But more than that, he's a little known, he's a daredevil. He's a daredevil. He is in his 80s, and this clip this week, I believe, is from 2 years ago. He was 81 when this video was taken. And Evel Knievel, wherever you are in this world, recognize greatness, my friend. It's time for John Riddell, legend. Along the same lines of me spelling February wrong, Lester, is another chest of drawers. Up until, I don't really want to say what age, I thought it was Chester drawers. I never knew it was a chest of drawers. What do you care? You don't care, but these people care. They need to know that I was thinking Chester, like Chester Copperpot, not chest of drawer. Get to the next segment? Okay. Guys, it's time for this week's deep dive. For those of you who know me from the New 80s Revolution with your host, Jason Nutt, my tag team partner, the AmCan Connection, you will know that I've probably mentioned this show every time I've been on that channel. It's 21 Jump Street, guys. For those of you that know, you know, one of my favorite late 80s shows ever. Created by Stephen J. Cannell. Let's go over his rap sheet. Black Sheep Squadron, Beretta, Rockford Files, Hardcastle and McCormick, Riptide, Greatest American Hero, A-Team Stingray, Wise Guy, 21 Jump Street, The Commish, Renegade, Silk Stockings. Those are all the shows he created, as well as other lesser-known ones that didn't really take off. Great TV show creator and writer, wrote for a jillion other shows. Again, for those who haven't seen it, these are fresh out of the academy police officers who look a little too young to be in the field, so they are put into high school. And the storylines in this TV series are to die for. Teachers dealing drugs, principals doing this, teachers having kids with students, you name it, the chop shop at the auto part of the high school. This starred, of course, the ever cool Johnny Depp, Dustin Wynn, Peter DeLuise, Holly Robinson, Stephen Williams, and later on, late 80s heartthrob Richard Grieco. It ran for 4 years, 102 episodes. Johnny Depp was in, I believe, 4 seasons of the 5. Again, I believe it ran for 5. Yes, 5. And just a great late 80s show. Free, again, on Tubi, Plex, and Pluto. I don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah, the storylines are awesome. It's 80s. A lot of guest stars. Brad Pitt, Christina Christina Applegate, Vince Vaughn. I was going to read the list, but it's... Anyways, you get the picture. Check it out. Season 1, again, I've said this before, a little slow, but most shows, season 1 is slow. So, hopefully that's one you'll check out, along with every single other thing I've told you to watch. Check it out. That's this week's Deep Dive, 21 Jump Street. I was going to sing the theme song, but I won't. Although I really want to.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Lester, would you like to guess what the next segment is? Here's a few clues. The man's a snappy dresser. The man knows how to adjust a microphone. If he were paid to talk, he'd be a millionaire. You're right, my friend. It's time for Ray.
He didn't know who I was.
Ask you.
He did not know who I was, Mrs. Catelli.
Lying. Please.
Once he knew my name, he didn't want my name on his petition. Mrs. Catelli. Once he knew who I was.
Mr. Lyman.
You calling me a liar?
I'm calling you a liar.
Well, you could call me a liar what you want, but he wanted my name on his petition when he was running.
Very inappropriate to say those
Well,
things.
you could say that. But he said if I had his name on his petition, I could have my street plowed and Capalus Avenue paved.
Oh, that's great.
That's what he said.
That's great. Did you sign it?
No. No.
Not the street paved that bad then, did you?
No. Because I'm waiting for when Lee Morgan and Annie Sparaglia take over Bill Cartwright's seat and Mr. McGruff to get rid of those two.
Lester, we're going to try something. It's on par with telekinesis. I'm going to send a number to you, and you're going to repeat it back to me. Okay, you ready? Okay, what was it? Nope, 62,422. It is my favorite segment. Oh, it is. It's time to go through my camera roll. 5 photos from my camera roll. Photo number 1, back to Scotland. This is what they call a fanny pack in the UK. Bum bag. Photo number 2, when you meet the great King Kong Bundy, you must call for the 5 count. Photo number 3, in Las Vegas, I was with the girlfriend, and there was a Titanic exhibit where actual pieces of the ship were there, and you could not touch them. Believe me, I tried. And at the end, you could pay for a photo, or you could just get the photo with the watermark on it. So you know which one I went for, and you know what pose I needed to do. Photo number 4 is from a lot of Asian restaurants around where I live here in Mississauga, and sometimes the translation doesn't always get there. Let's hit it. Passion fruit chess cake. Okay, under the famous cake dessert category. Again, passion fruit chess cake. Lychee cake drizzled in passion fruit puree with caramel. The description is spelled correctly. Just the title is a little... All right, number 5 is a famous gentleman, and I would probably give a cool $50 if he would appear on my show. Here, of course, Colin from Canada's Good Junk. These are posters that were found all the way down to Toronto. I'm in Mississauga, and also Oakville is kind of the city next to us. Yeah, this guy Invitation. Tall, mature lady, socially correct, join me for espresso. Discussions. Ride well at gmx.us. You are more than welcome to contact this gentleman. I don't know if that email is still in existence. I don't know what gmx.us is, but he's looking for a date. And his posters were so popular, radio stations started talking about him and tried to get him on their radio station. Folks, that was Let's Go Through My Camera Roll. Short but sweet. Hilarious as always.
They think they got the answers. I change the questions.
The clip of the week is upon us, folks, and it takes us back to Scotland yet again. My girlfriend and I went there with my mother and my sister a few years back. This is the hotel room in one of the many towns that we encountered, because we were all over Scotland. Not pertinent to the story here, Colin. Plowing through. This is the hotel room with a unique side table. No special effects were added to this video. Please enjoy this week's, keep doing this, Colin, clip of the week. Here at the Cairn Dow Stagecoach Inn in sunny Scotland, just outside Inverary, we've noticed that our room is slanted. Are you gonna put it up there or what? The news is part of all of our lives, and this story is no different. For those of you in America, I'm excited to bring you this clip. This could have been a clip of the week, but it's being conducted by a news reporter, so it falls under hard-hitting news. In Canada, just recently, you could start purchasing booze in Walmart, grocery stores, and convenience stores. But before that, you could only buy it one place. The LCBO, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. That's where you got all your booze. And this interview was conducted outside one of those very stores. The Canadian government released a report on the suggested weekly and daily intake of alcohol. And there's a good chance that the gentleman here that was interviewed believed that they wanted to make it a law, judging by his responses. This man is filled with one-liners that I will use consistently moving forward here at Colin from Canada's Good Junk. Please, please enjoy this man and cherish him. This is hard-hitting news.
What did you buy today?
I bought 6 Busch Light, 6 Bud Light, and I love them, tall boys.
Tall boys? How much would you drink a day?
Well, what day? Regular day, I don't know, maybe a couple beers, depends. Weekends, maybe, 5 beer. 2 drinks a week.
What do you think of that?
Well, that's just not feasible, not in this country. Well, come on, man, 2 drinks a week, what's that gonna do for you? I mean, that doesn't even get you through a day. A reasonable amount, if you're at home, you should be able to have like 4 beer. That's just 2 more. I mean, I'll have 6, but 4 is a fair number. But there shouldn't even be guidelines anyway. Why are you going to tell me how much I can drink at home?
Well, I guess the idea is, would you be concerned that you're at a higher health risk if you're drinking too much?
No. That's the main point here is, why are they telling me what I can drink at home? What, can I have 2 liters of pop? Can I have 2 liters of pop? Well, what's more healthy? 4 beers or 2 liters of Coca-Cola? Do the math.
So I'm guessing that this information about the new guidelines isn't going to change your life.
It's heartbreaking, and I can't even believe it. Rock and roll! Oh, wait a minute. You can't handle the tooth.
Okay, Lester, just look at me, and then I will come up with something to say for this introduction. Okay, look at me. Yes, Barney Rubble did have a weird arm, but they all did. It was just drawn that way. Guys, it's time for a new contender to do battle with our reigning champion, Delta Force Pizza Hat. As I turn to my right, I look at the current standings as of Wednesday, March 19th, 3:19 p.m. The Delta Force Pizza Hat, your champion, is winning 7 votes to 2 against the huge fur hat. Ladies and gentlemen, I have gone into the archives. It's hanging up on my wall. It was removed from my wall. It is a true contender. It is not an article of clothing. It is not a coffee mug. It is one of my prized possessions. It is beneath me here. It will not be walking through the door. It will not be magically appearing. I'm going to raise it up. I raise you up. No. I'm going to raise it up from the bottom right now. And I believe this to be a real contender for the title. Delta Force Pizza, are you watching? Okay? Not just a Rod Serling photograph, but a Rod Serling authenticated autograph. Thank you very much. Colin, watch the glare. Please remain holding it for the entire segment, or perhaps I can lean it against the printer. There we go. Got this a few years back. It is, of course, the creator of The Twilight Zone, Mr. Rod Serling, the writer of the majority of the episodes on The Twilight Zone being arguably, no argument, the greatest television show ever created, I believe. And so back in the day, Rod, autograph collectors would send little index cards or business cards to the celebrities, and they would hope to get them mailed back. Well, Rod Serling did mail back this particular card. The certificate of authenticity is behind here. Don't have a lot of autographs, but this is one that I do cherish. I think the other one I gave away to Jason was David Copperfield. Anyways, this is your challenger, guys. A actual authenticated Rod Serling autograph. Does it have enough? I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me, guys. You're gonna have to get out and vote. I've said it week after week. Vote, vote, vote. And I wanted more votes this week, guys. You did not. You disappointed me. Only 9 votes. Last week we had 12. Let's make Rod Serling and the Delta Force Pizza Hat go to war. Folks, I want votes. Please, vote now.
What the hell is this?
For every 10 things that I hit record on, one of them is a keeper. 10 minus 1 is, of course, 9, so those are not put by the wayside. You know, folks, those 9 are saved, and they are carefully cobbled together by my man Lester into a segment I like to call bloopers. That's the first thing you record, eh? No. Welcome, and one and all. Guys, over the last few... This... Ladies... Okay, so that's... Okay, anyways. This... And on top... with another segment. Another. N-O-T-H-E-R. Of Colin. Colin. Yeah, no. No, it can't be there. That's right. With the... You learn? Cool, Lester. You are actually laughing. The possum is a terrifying animal, as I always do. Your friends will be there when your back is to the wall. Don't have to stand alone, we'll never let you fall.
You don't like it? We don't care.
It's taking its toll. It's taking a big toll. But I press forward. I wipe the forming tears away. And I look you dead in the eye. And I tell you the truth. The glaze, the chocolate, the apple fritter, the coffee, the atmosphere, the environment, the people, the love, the caring, the warmth, the embraces, the looks, the smiles, the laughter, the tears, the smiles. They were all a part of Dickie's Donuts. No longer. No longer. Repetition is occurring at the channel, and it must stop. The sponsors are falling every 6 to 7 days. By the wayside they go. Lester, no, I can do it. I can do it. Am I choosing the wrong path to walk down hand in hand with my partner? The embrace, the hands let go, and they fly. What will it take for you to stay? For you not to fly away like a majestic eagle or smaller bird? Folks, I believe I have the answer. Technology. Did I get in on the ground floor of Apple? No. Did I jump at the chance at Bitcoin? No. Do I still not understand Bitcoin? Yes. But I believe I am in on the ground floor of technology with this particular invention. They're staying. Millions will be had. Not just subscribers, but funds. Dollars for the channel. Folks, green screen could be a possibility. My one-day dream of having green screen and projecting a picture of kielbasa will come true. With this product, this technology, you too, not the band, but you as well, the viewer, will want to get on board and ride this train to riches. Folks, we're approaching that 3-minute mark. A passion speech followed by yet another new sponsor.
The Great American All-Night Diner. The perfect location to illustrate Capital Telsystem's remarkable new cash phone. The diner is a privately owned business in a semi-public place where people congregate who have need for the convenience of a pay telephone. But now, for the very first time, vendors can make it possible for the diner owners to ring up bigger profits by installing the cash phone. The cash phone is also an ideal profit center for arcades and bowling alleys, health clubs and family recreation centers. For restaurants, bars, hotel chains, and fast food franchises. Beauty shops, barber shops, drugstores, the entire range of retail stores. Convenience stores, service stations, businesses, large or small, are custom made for cash phone. Capital Telsystem's cash phone is the only privately owned pay phone with the exclusive rights to market the American phone meter's true call costing.
Guys, if you've made it this long, I thank you, as I always do, for tuning in and enjoying the madness that is created in this luxurious room. It does mean a lot that you've lasted this long, because I can only imagine how long this episode is. I'm filming the goodbye right now. I have an idea of what I have so far, but I'm almost certain this is more than 42 minutes, breaking last week's record. So thank you. let's start commenting, folks, because I know I have 65 subscribers, no idea who they are. I know people like the videos, I know people watch the videos, but let's hear from you guys, okay? Let's make some comments. I reply to everything, good or bad. It's all been good so far, so again, I thank you. But leave a comment, let's start talking, because I see the view numbers, I see the subscribers, but only a few of you I know. So drop a line and I will babble endlessly. You'll leave one sentence and I'll leave 3 paragraphs back to you. It's a great exchange. You're gonna love it, I assure you. Lester, he agrees. He'll love it, you'll love it, everybody will love it. It's gonna be a love fest, okay? We're at 1:20 on the goodbyes. I don't know how much longer this is gonna take, but thank you for tuning in. The madness continues, it only gets better. I almost called him Rusty. Lester's production only gets better as the weeks go by. He learns things on the program he's using. Woohoo! Yeah, guys, I'm shutting it, but you better remember one thing and one thing only, other than please leave a comment. The pepperettes, you know it, are a firm $12. There is no haggling. Die Paperrates seien steifig $12 ein Aufdinger.